do want to talk about the chords because this is quite interesting on seeing what the original sheet music from 1927 actually shows for the chords for Blue Skies. Again, I'm reading in E minor, which is the original key, but we're going to learn it in A minor, which is a popular key that people play it in. Because look at how I kind of have to talk about this. This is really interesting. Again, how you'll see it on this chart versus how you'll see it on a lot of other lead sheets. E minor, B7, the 5 of E minor. Okay, this is again in E minor or G major, you could say, and then G major, and then A7. They wrote A9, Irving Berlin. A9 is the same as what minor 7 flat 5. I'm going to quiz somebody here. Keith, I got to do this to you. Keith, what's A9? What minor 7 flat 5 chord would you play? Don't worry, I'll quiz someone else on another question. You know how I love quizzing you guys. This is music theory class here in the morning. A9, what minor 7 flat 5 chord would you play, Keith? Maybe Keith is getting coffee. Who do I want to pick on? Morris, what minor 7 flat 5 would you play? You see A9 on the paper. Keith, thanks for letting me know about the scraping microphone. Okay, everybody's jumping in. C sharp's the correct answer. David, thank you. And thanks, guys. Yeah, just tune in. I don't, it's not a graded test. Okay, so this is interesting. Now I'm getting some responses. I see F sharp twice. So let me talk about this. This is music theory, of course. The chart says A9, okay? A9 is simple. And if you think about what a A7 chord is, and this is where I always say it's important to spell, A7 is A, C sharp, E, G, 1, 3, 5, flat 7. If you added the 9 to it, the 9 is the same as the 2. So just go up a whole step from A to B. So an A9 chord is A, then C sharp, E, G, B. If you get rid of the A, I wish I could draw on this screen, you guys. It's YouTube, if you're watching this, let me do that next time. Fix it. So I can just draw so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I could do a whiteboard, but that's snow coming down. A, C sharp, E, G, B. If you take out the A, the root, guess what you're left with? C sharp minor 7 flat 5. This is the shape. Everybody loves this shape. C sharp, G, B, E. C sharp minor 7 flat 5. If I put the A in the bass with my thumb, we get A9. Beautiful sound. Very inside. It's not a flat 9. It's not the diminished sub that a lot of gypsy jazzers love, but it's the natural 9. Great for blues. It's a very inside, pretty sound. So that's what they were writing there. Okay, now quick quiz. Let me pick on someone else. Terry, C sharp minor 7 flat 5. You can see where this is going. This is important for improvisation because you're going to play, I could do this arpeggio, over this chord, over A9. And I just did it. Don't look at my hand, but I just busted into the minor 6 chord. Terry, what minor 6 chord is C sharp minor 7 flat 5, C sharp half dim? What minor 6 chord is it equivalent to? Now let's give Terry a minute, or not a minute. Let's give him 10 seconds. And if he doesn't answer, someone else can do it. Okay, that's okay. I appreciate it. Don't feel bad. That's why you're here, so I can show you some tricks. C sharp minor 7 flat 5, and then go up 3 frets. It's always like this 3 fret trick. E minor 6. Yukon, see? I know you're knowing your stuff. E minor 6, you guys. E minor 6 is the same 4 notes as C sharp minor 7 flat 5. This is really interesting because you remember the chord that I started with is A9, right? So off the 3rd degree, this is the formula, the little hack, the trick for you to remember. Off the 3rd degree of the A, the root of any dominant chord, Off the third degree, you play the minor 7 flat 5, and that gives you collectively the 9. And I just arpeggiate it like this. My cat loves this chord. You hear? And then that's off the third. And then off the fifth, see how I'm relating it to the A? Off the fifth, that's where you play E minor 6. Very Django-y flavor there. Django, love that song. Not always diminished. You know, a lot of gypsy jazzers kind of default to a diminished flavor right away on a dominant chord. But that's not always the flavor you want. Sometimes you want a natural 9 instead of the darker flat 9, the moodier flat 9, which is then a diminished substitution. Then it's the diminished 7 off the third, and the diminished 7 off the fifth, and the diminished 7 off the flat 7, or the flat 9. They're all the same. But when you're talking about minor 7 flat 5, that's not the case. So the two inversions you want to know is C sharp minor 7 flat 5 and E minor 6. Learning. Thank you. Oh, yeah, Yukon, that's why you're here. Thanks for joining we're going to have a private lesson too. So you guys, if you're interested in a private lesson with me, join in Patreon at the Diamond tier. It's a good deal. It's lower than my normal rates. And we get to meet once a month and discuss anything you want to talk about. But hopefully, the lessons are geared toward what you want to work on and what your level is. And what you want to work on, songs or techniques or endings. It's so much fun to work with you all. So in private lessons. Okay, so let's get back to work here. So again, this is very, very interesting to me that, usually when people play Blue Skies, they just do the walk down. They just do this. I'll do it in E minor. E minor, E minor major 7, E minor 7, E minor 6. Don't worry, I'm going to show it to you in a different key in a second. I'm just going because of the original sheet music here. But what Irving Berlin wrote was E minor, B7, G major, A9. I played A13 there, but A9. Isn't that cool? Isn't that crazy? That's very important because I know many of you play My Funny Valentine. I taught that recently on a live stream. It's no longer available on YouTube, but it's on Patreon. I think I put it on Patreon. Well, it's going to be on Patreon next. But this is a great substitute. You might even try it out for Stairway to Heaven. Okay, so let's talk about this for a minute. This is very interesting for reharmonizations because so many of these songs do this. Okay, so again, I'm going to go back to Irving Berlin's key. That was an A minor, you guys. But Irving Berlin says E minor. And then when it goes to the descending, he's saying to do B7. Because that has that leading tone. Did you see my pig fly on my fingers? It's sticky. So check out the leading tone. This. See this note here? Blue skies. And then check out. Smiling at me. Now G major. Isn't that great? See, I'm trying to show you this. And guess where this is going to go? And that's A9. I'll just play A7 here. Isn't that awesome? So you get this? That cliche. But the chords that Irving Berlin originally wrote for Blue Skies is E minor, B7, G major, A7 or A9. Okay. What does that mean to us? Nothing. Blue skies smiling at me. I love it. Blue skies smiling at me. But we usually do this. Blue skies smiling at me. 6. Okay. Isn't that sweet though? But when I'm showing you that's very telling. Because now you can reharmonize your songs where you do that descending cliche. You can put those other chords there, okay? You go 1, E minor to the 5, and then to the relative major to the 2 dominant. Okay, huge. That's huge. That's a lot of cool stuff to think about because we have all these songs all the time that go like this. Right? So now you can reharmonize one. I'm in C minor. I'm going back to My Funny Valentine, by the way. My Funny Valentine. E flat major. Sweet comic, the 2 dominant Valentine. Is that nice? Then go on, continue on normal. So it'd be like this. My funny Valentine. Sweet comic Valentine. You. Okay. Very hip. Very hip. Thank you, Irving Berlin, for teaching us about that. See, I'm not gonna lie, this is original sheet music. Oh, by the way, it does say B augmented. B aug is the same as D sharp aug. Check out my lesson. It's on YouTube still, the live stream on augmented chords. B7, so it's E minor, B7, G major, A7. Well, it says A9, but A7. That's the basic chord. Isn't that awesome? Anybody else find that awesome? Anybody like enjoying these lessons? Sorry, I have to do that occasionally just to remind you, if you do enjoy it, please like. I won't say subscribe, but please like. Okay, so that to me is very important. That's great for practicing. I'm going to be practicing that quite a bit, just outlining E minor. Then I'll do the diminished G major, F sharp 7, A7. I don't know what I'm talking about. So we can practice that in the key of A minor, E7, C major, and then D7. Great for soloing. Okay, you're going to give your solos another level of hipness. Your band's going to be going this, right? But you're doing all this cool stuff. You're going to be going A minor, E aug, relative major, C major, and then the 2 dominant, D7. Bust out all your favorite swing, Charlie Christian, Django licks. But think that there's soloing tips for this song. Soloing hack right there. Thanks to the original sheet music by Irving Berlin. Okay, let me show you the basic chords. A minor. This is how Willie does it too, if you're a Willie fan. On my Patreon page, you guys, if you're a Patreon member, of course, at the silver tier, you have access to all of my PDFs, tabs, and sound slice practice videos. That's, again, where I recommend starting on Patreon. Just go straight to the silver tier. Then you can decide if you want to watch the bonus video lessons and stuff like that. But I do have a sound slice practice video with Willie, so it is synced to Willie's version. A minor, and I'm doing it just like this. I'm not going to even add the bass on, just this. Now, check this out. A minor with a major 7. But that's where you do have that little augmented triad. That's why I'm saying it's E7 if you want to do some soloing in that style. So you just add that. You can do the whole tone scale. And then A minor 7, which is also C6. That's what I'm saying. You could do C arpeggios and stuff. And then this chord, F sharp minor 7 flat 5, but we're just going to call it A minor 6. Okay. Again, this has the PDF. If you didn't already grab it, download that PDF in the description. It is free, and it's on my Patreon page. You have this blue skies smiling at me. Let's do that again. If this is new for you, you just want that bass line. Or I'll play the bass here, then I'll kind of do the inner voice leading. Check it out. 3, 4. Blue skies smiling at me. Let's do it again. Blue skies smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. And there I did I took another song. Who can name this song? What's that riff from? Graham. Same. I want to hear 2 words. What is this? When you hear this, what song are you thinking? Anybody? Are we on the same page? Ba-da-ba-bum. What do we hear? Sometimes it's nice to quote. Yes, Keith, super duper. Blue skies smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. Blue birds singing a song. Nothing but blue all day long. Yeah, super duper. Ba-da-ba-ba. So the turnaround I really love to do is flat 6, dominant, like putting on the Ritz, which is Irving Berlin, you guys. That's the inside quote, the inside joke there. F7, it's fun to do that with your band. I mean, you know, S7 or whoever's watching, B7, they'll be, oh, he just quoted another Irving Berlin song. You know, it's fun to do that. S7, E7, A minor. I love that. However, a lot of books will show 2-5-1. So type in the chat, what's a 2-5-1 in A minor? Sorry, I'm having this trying to be interactive here to give you guys, make you think a little bit. So type in the chat, and so I can drink a cup of coffee. What's a 2-5-1 in A minor? Somebody. Two, 5-1, A minor. What's the 2 and what's the 5? We know the 1's A minor, but what's the 2 and what's the 5? B minor 7, E7. Thank you. Yeah, but to be more specific, it's B minor 7, flat 5, E7. Okay, you want to flat that 5th. You can't. Thank you. If it's in the minor, not E minor, E dominant 7. Okay, the 5 is dominant, and that's coming from the harmonic minor scale. So this is good, you guys. This again, sometimes I talk too much, and I want to make sure I really go through this thoroughly. So when I say, yeah, it's just a 2-5 in A minor, here's A minor. Could be A minor 7, could be A minor 6, could be A minor 9, but the 2 is B minor 7 flat 5. It's darker than just a B minor 7. See, that's too happy for a minor key. We don't want that F sharp in there. We want to flat the 5th. So that's coming from the harmonic minor scale, or it's in the key of C too. That's the pivot chord, the 7. But it's a 2 of A minor. Okay, so it's B minor 7 flat 5, and then E dominant 7, not E minor 7. That's diatonic to the key of C. We want dominant to make it the leading tone to pull us back to A minor. Leading tone being this note, G sharp, and then A minor. So when you do your 2-5, 2-5, blue skies. I'm gonna wrap my thumb around, smiling at me. First time, nothing but blue skies do I see. 2-5, bluebird. So there I did the proper 2-5-1. However, I like the flat 6, dominant to the A minor. Substitutions, not a big deal. I like this more. So that's what I'm saying. That's what you'll see on my chart, but maybe on the Django fake book, or maybe on, a different lead. Let me grab my other fake book. I've got a lot of fake books. Let me see what they wrote in the real book. Sometimes people think the real book is the authority, but I go. If you're just tuning in, I go back to the original sheet music, which I happen to have here. It's 1927. This real book is a little beat up. This is a vocal edition here, the real book. Okay. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? I love cross-referencing. This is a learning game. You keep learning new things. Irving Berlin, Blue Skies, medium, and they wrote it in the key of G. Wait, quick question. Is it the key of G or is it E minor? We always talk about this every single song, every lesson. Oftentimes, like My Funny Valentine, oftentimes, Fly Me to the Moon, oftentimes the song starts on the relative minor, okay? Then it ends on the major. So that is a dilemma. You have to really, when you're expressing and talking to a vocalist, they're like, hey, I want to sing Blue Skies. I sing in the key of E. E minor or E major with the relative minor being C sharp minor. You just have to be very specific. So again, please note that. So when I say this is in the key of E minor, that also could be the key of G major. If you open up, and again, we're going to cross-reference, but if you open up your iReal Pro app, I know all of you use it, it'll probably say major key. So you have to make sure you know if we're playing A minor, that's C major. G major is E minor. I'm going to quiz you guys. B flat major, what minor? Morris. And this is where I do think this is a basic music theory 101 that you should be able to quickly say, and know the relative minor of any key. There's 12 of them. So yeah, somebody came in. Thank you, Morris. Yeah, G minor. See, it was really specific. B. If someone said, "Yeah, I sing Blue Skies in B flat major," then the first chord is G minor. Blue skies smiling at me. Then it's 1 6 2 5. 1 6 2 5 in B flat. And you go ba da ba bum. Blue days, all of them gone. So again, there's a little bit of theory helps. You got the whole song memorized. It's this little classic walk down, the cliche walk down in the relative minor. Okay, and then that's 4 bars, and then the next 4 bars, 1 6 2 5, the most common progression in jazz. Okay, and then the turnaround, your choice. Do you want to do the putting on the Ritz turnaround that I like to do? Or do you want to do the proper 2-5-1? It's up to you. Thanks, David, for cross-referencing. iReal says C major. C major, your first chord is going to be A minor. But again, sometimes they actually will say AM, like the song's in minor. But they're, somebody who's going through it, they look at the final resolve chord, and they're making that ultimate executive decision. Now, I'm not saying iReal Pro, whoever does those charts, are 100% correct. They're just like you and me. So we're just, practicing theorists. But it helps to know, again, and relate and be specific when you're dealing with other musicians. Trust me, this has happened to me on the bandstand. If you're not specific about what some people think the first chord in the chart, some people think that's the key you're in, and that's definitely not the case. Okay, because sometimes a song can start on the 2 chord, it can start on the 4 chord. This is all really practical music theory. Okay, for the practicing musicians like us. Anyways, I got one quick trick for you to always know your relative minor, even if you don't have it memorized. So just how I asked Morris, if we're in the key of B flat major, major's happy, major's up. If you want to go sad to the relative minor, go down 3 frets. 3 frets is a magic number. And that's where your 6 is. 1, 6, 2, 5. A lot of these old songs. So the 6, boom, 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 boom. Just walk it down to the relative minor. The 6 to relative minor. 1, 6. And then here I did a 2-5. Beautiful, classic 5, but a little augmented to get that nice 50s sound. But again, the 50s sound, they took the 1, 6, 2, 5, and instead of going 1, 6, 2, 5, like the old jazz, how it was originally written, they changed it to 1, 6, 4, 5. So they inverted the 2. If the 2 is, say, C minor 7, C minor 7 is the same as E flat 6. I'm not going to quiz you because I'm talking a lot of theory today. 1, 6, 4, 5. Isn't that beautiful? These 6 chords. So again, that's how those bebop, doo-wop songs, not bebop, doo-wop songs, and a lot of that stuff like that, shaboom, stuff like that. Earth Angel, 1, 6, 4, 5. They converted the 2 and inverted it, put the bass so that the 4's in the bass, and now it's 4, 5. 1, 6, 4, 5, and that becomes a lot more, a little bit happier than the 1, 6, 2, 5 that the jazz players were using back then. Is that new for anybody? Is that important information? I don't know. If it is, let's see another thumbs up. I just want to kind of know if I'm talking rambling too much. All right. So A minor. Oh, let's check out this. I'm excited to look at this. Now I get a cross-reference. The original sheet music to the fake book, or the real book, right? We all know the real book. Yeah, look at that. They put, see, look at, they actually did do they're not doing the cliche here. Who has the I Real Pro open? David, tell me if they're doing the cliche. Did they write in A minor, major 7, A minor 7, A minor 6, or did they do this? See, look at this. They're following, whoever did this in the real book, they actually are following the original sheet music, like I was just showing you, Irving Berlin himself. So I'm kind of impressed about that. E minor, B7 / D sharp, G major, it should be, right, G6, right? It should be, I would say G6 / D, and then C sharp minor 7 flat 5. And then the 1, 6, 2, 5 as your next measure 5 through 8. And then let's see what turnaround they do here. Oh, they do the proper 2, 5 back to the top. So again, basically the song, let's just talk shop here. This song at the A section, remember the A section, these songs that are AABA, you've got 75% of the song right there. Just memorize that progression. I like the options. I encourage you to pick and choose, or maybe mix it up within your arrangement. So check it out. Do you want to do this cliche? I'm in E minor. I'll show it to you in E minor, then I'll show it to you in A minor. Do we want to do the classic walk down, where you're kind of just focused on E? Blue, blue skies smiling at me. Or do you want to do what the Irving Berlin originally wrote and what this real book? Blue skies smiling at me. See that? That's a big difference. Anybody agree? Is that a difference? Right? Do you want that kind of constant blue skies smiling at, right? The stairway, blue skies smiling at me. Or do you want this? Blue skies smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. Blue days, all of them gone. This way really brings out the bass, because the bass player will not just pedal on the E, they'll walk it down chromatically, and then your rhythm, you'll do E minor, B7 / D sharp, or maybe just a dim there if you wanted it darker, right? That's what I'd be doing for soloing. G / D, G6 / D, and then that C sharp minor 7 flat 5, which Irving Berlin wrote A9 on the chart. But that's C, that's what I'm talking about. And then the 1, 6, 2, 5. So remember, we're in the relative major now. 1, 6, 2, 5. That's G6, E7, or E minor if you want it diatonic, 2, 5, 1. And I want the super duper here. So I'm going to go mix and match. That's all I can say. This lesson is all about kind of reading through a lead sheet, looking at the original sheet music, making some decisions, learning about some theory things. It's very important. And then practice your soloing on it as well. E minor, B7, G major, C sharp minor 7 flat 5. get those. You can just practice your outlining for now, your chords. So let's go back now. Now I'm going to officially show you, now that we got that taken care of, I want to get us to the B section. But let's do it again in A minor. If you're new, if you're just joining in, grab the score. It has the melody, the lyric, and the rhythm part in tabs to my version of Blue Skies. A minor. And it's going to be reminiscent of Stairway to Heaven. A minor major 7. A minor 7. A minor 6. Now key of C, 1, 6, G5, C major. I'm going to do C major 7, A minor 7, D minor 7, G7 or G13, your choice, and then C major. I just did C6, but I might do C major 7. Of course, that's 1, 6, G5, the most common progression in jazz. You can make the 6 dominant or minor, your choice. I like it a little bit bluesy. Sometimes I do dominant. I even make the 2 dominant sometimes. These are all secondary dominants. Then the 5, of course, is dominant. You can do sus. Blue skies. Let's see what key am I in. Blue skies. Do I see blue skies? Do I see? Let's do that again. Try some different chords. Blue skies. Do I see? Let's try something else. Blue skies. Do I see? There, I put a dominant, just so you know. You get a tritone sub. Blue skies. Do I see? There, I tritone sub to everything. I went C major, E flat 7, D7, D flat 7 is tritone. For the G7, I put D flat 7. So you can have a lot of fun with this. Make it your own arrangement. That's what I'm saying. Is it's 1, 6, 2, 5, but you can do all these steps. Sometimes I like to do 3, 6, 2, 5. Nothing but blue skies. Do I see? And then bluebirds. Let's try it again. Singing a song. Nothing but blues. Days from now on. I don't think about the words. Or nothing but blue. And you want to get this 1 minor 4. Beautiful minor 4 chord. Borrowed chord from the parallel minor in the back. Or here, F, C6. If I'm doing kind of in the Django style, I would do C6 like this, F minor 6 like this. Same shape, so beautiful. And this is written on the chart there. And then the B section, you guys ready? Never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. So I'm just showing you how I would play it as a lead too. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my how they fly. Oh, blue, blue days. Can't resist. Nothing but blue skies from now on. And then we're off into soloing. Let me grab a pick here too. So any questions on it? We've got the chords down. I got to talk more about that B section. The B section is going to be our next big focus. 1 minor 4, F minor 6. Never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my how they fly. Oh, blue days. So again, that minor 4 is so lovely. This, ready right here. That A flat. So it's the F that harmonizes with the F minor chord. And people do some different things. You might even do this. Never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw things. You could do that. But I like just a plain old F minor 6 instead of a D flat major there. So now I'm going to talk about a particular scale and I've been really big on the scale lately from my teaching because I like it because nobody talks about it. It's the harmonic major scale. I'm going to show you what the harmonic major scale is, and that this melody for Blue Skies, the B section, is completely out of the harmonic major scale. So what is the harmonic major scale? C, D, E, F, G, A flat, the flat 6, B natural, C. Beautiful scale. Nobody talks about this. Go on YouTube. Nobody talks about the harmonic major scale in jazz. It's 1, 2, 3, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flat 6, 7, 8. Okay, harmonic major. I'm going to do a big full-blown lesson on this maybe tomorrow. 1, 2, 3. This on C. 4, 5, flat 6. That flat 6, that's the color note we really want to bring out because that gives us that F minor 6 that we love. Okay, so that's that flavor. If you want that beautiful flavor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flat 6. See, that's what the melody is. The melody from Blue Skies is exclusively the 7 notes of the harmonic major scale. So the harmonic major scale is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flat 6, 7, 8. If you start here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flat 6, 7, 8. Do it everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flat 6, 7, 8. So it's not the harmonic minor scale. That is super popular, very commonly used. This is the harmonic major scale. Just want to clarify. Harmonic minor is 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, 7, 8. Harmonic major scale is 1, 2, 3, like major, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flat 6, 7, 8, leading tone. It has this really beautiful, exotic, kind of a hopeful quality, different from its darker brother, the harmonic minor scale. Okay. That's harmonic major. That's all harmonic major scale. Is that new for anybody, the harmonic major scale? I'm just curious because I don't hear people talk about it that much on YouTube. But I'm going to do a full-blown lesson and show you the chords that are derived from it. But you will see the F minor 6 is in there, okay, the minor 4 chord. So if you guys know this song, that's a really good example right there. The Blue Skies is exclusively using that harmonic major. If you know the song After You've Gone and Left Me Crying, that's a beautiful time to use a harmonic major. It's on that minor 4 chord, okay? Harmonic major scale. We'll keep talking about that. I love showing the scales and chord relationship because that also helps you as an improviser to kind of know your options to get these beautiful colors. So again, let's talk the B section here. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's look at some questions here. Is that a good scale? 1 minor 4? Yeah, 1 minor 4. Absolutely. Usually I would say melodic minor or now harmonic major. You just got to know that the harmonic major contains that minor 4 chord. So if you see C minor major 7, you would do G harmonic major. That's important to know. Oh, Morris is a beautiful scale. Here's a G pedal tone. If we're in the key of C, it's kind of beautiful and major scale. This is how I recommend learning and practicing scales. See? That flat 6, but we're still major. This is not a harmonic minor scale, it's harmonic major. This is a great way to practice. Just take your open G string, noodle around on one string. You guys do this with me. 1, 2, 3 on C, 4, 5, half step, whole step. Now the flat 6, A flat, flat 6, major 7, T, that's called a leading tone, the major 7. So if you could visualize this. And that's this beautiful, darker sound to a major sound. I'm just kind of letting this G ring. You can use one finger. Really embrace that. And again, check out the melody. Right out of that scale. All 7 notes. Can resist. Anyway, so much fun. It is beautiful. Thanks, Keith. I love just noodling around scales. I could do that all day. Oh, I would do that all day. Anyways, I hope you guys have fun. That's what it's all about, right? Exploring new sounds and new scales. Some people say, well, it's just 12 notes of the chromatic scale. That's baloney. It's how you I said baloney. I'm on YouTube, so I gotta, be whatever. So the chromatic scale contains all 12 notes that we know, the equal division of, the 12 tones equally divided up in half steps, but the octave divided up. So how you organize it is what creates these beautiful sounds. And that's where it's important to investigate all these different combinations of scales, from 7-note scales to 6-note scales to 8-note scales to pentatonic 5-note scales. Different combos. It's so cool. We'll do a live stream lesson where we go through all of these different scales on one string, just so you know the difference and can start to hear, a kind of a live workshop where we just hit the G pedal. We do G mixolydian. We do G Lydian. You can kind of really start to learn to color the flavors, and that's what brings it out. So again, that's the value of learning your scale formulas, your intervals, and then the chord scale relationships, so you know how to use it for your own songwriting, for your own arranging or rearranging, as we're doing with Blue Skies, for your own composing, if I didn't already say that word, for your own theoretical knowledge, just for analysis. Some of you love just to analyze. We love it. It's so much fun. Johnny, you really missed out on some good stuff. I mean, there's only 7 thumbs up, but I promise they really do enjoy this today. So you can check it out on the live stream replay later when it's on Patreon. That's okay. I understand there's a lot of fog. Check it out. We're competing with London for fog today. By the way, I think I got it just for Johnny on Patreon. We're going to learn the song A Foggy Day. That's a Gershwin classic. A Foggy Day in London Town. Check out Ella sing that one. Check out Barney Kessel's version. That's a classic version of A Foggy Day. A foggy day in London Town. You'll catch it. Good to see you. Yeah, just for you, Johnny. I take requests, by the way, especially if you're on Patreon and you're at platinum tier or above. Just always leave me a request. If you're at the diamond tier, then we just work on whatever you want to work on. Here's a B section. Harmonic major scale. like sliding into that, like a blue note. B section. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my how they fly. Oh, blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies. From now on, super duper. Catch that decent. Little Django in the B section. Catch that? Catch that cliche. New cliche. 2-5 2-5 back to A minor. Catch a cliche. D7 C. These are just some soloing ideas. B section. Here's a harmonic major. One, 6, 2, 5. Super duper. Some chord soloing. One, 6, 2, 5. 1 minor 4. B section. Hear that cliche? 165 little blues. And out, blue skies smiling at me. So hopefully I gave you a little demonstration, maybe some simple soloing ideas. 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. Blue something. Bluebirds. Blueberry muffins. I'm getting hungry. I can't keep track of all the blue stuff. Let's sing it out. Never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my how they fly. Oh, blue days. Can resist, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies. From now on. Little classic ending there. Can't go wrong with that ending, by the way. 1. Always start on the 5th degree of the key you're in. C major, not A minor. 1. little sharp 9. If you're feeling a little sassy there, play that sharp 9. If you want it sweet, play major 9. Well, hey, thank you all for joining me on this bonus, well, whatever it is, live stream lesson. It's going to be a bonus lesson on Patreon soon when it gets archived on Patreon. If you're not already a Patreon member, please consider joining my online music community on Patreon. I've got almost 4,500 posts on Patreon for you to enjoy and check out materials, lessons, soloing chords, all that stuff from jazz to Beatles to Radiohead, everything. A lot of good stuff and a great community of all you guys. So thank you for joining me. And Patreon, there's a free tier level too if you want to just join in and be a part of the community. I've been posting a lot of free tier levels. That's just called the everybody tier level. But anyways, thanks again, everybody. Have a great day. See you next time. Don't forget to do this if you enjoyed it. Appreciate it.